Hi everybody, it's me Wendy. How are you? Um, I know it's been a while. I was planning on dropping videos a lot more often, but I've been going through a lot of emotional turmoil and been kept busy with household things. It's a lot harder now to do things like laundry and dishes and meals and things like that. I'm on my third week, so I had chemo on the third, and then each week for 2 weeks I got hydration once a week. So now we're on my third week, which means I'm going to go in on Friday for another round of chemo. So that'll be my second out of 6. What I can tell you right now is that it was really rough, but I started to catch a break from the really serious, like severe side effects, probably about 4 days ago. And I just was not needing the nausea medication. I wasn't needing the Imodium medication because everything would just burned going through. And it's been hard to keep food. Well, it's been hard to eat food, really, not so much keep it, well, yeah, keep it in too, I suppose, but more like everything hurt. It didn't taste right. It was too hard, too salty, too spicy, and I'm talking very bland foods. So finally I got my taste back where things are tasting more normal. I can handle the salty things like bacon, which is a really big part of my diet, is bacon, because I needed to continue to keep weight on. I found steakums are very bland, so I've been frying those up in my scrambled eggs every morning, and that's helped me. And then I've been drinking a lot of Carnation instant breakfast drinks, which have helped me a lot too. So now I just kind of feel really tired. Just a simple chore like washing a few dishes and putting them in the dishwasher, and then I need to rest, or doing a little laundry. Stairs are tiresome, and we have a lot of those here. We have a 3-story home, and plus then the laundry's in the basement, so I'm constantly going up or down some flight of stairs. So yesterday I was hanging out in the backyard and my back started tickling. I was wearing a little spaghetti strap. I love to wear sleeveless shirts. I don't know, my shirts never really seem to fit me very well in the arm area, so I like cutoffs. My back was tickling, and I thought maybe it was like flies or whatever, from being outdoors, little tiny insects or whatever. And it turned out it was my hair, right? So I'm like losing it like crazy. If you want to like check this out, okay, there you go. It's coming out like wildfire. So c'est la vie, huh? It's not fun. It's not. I cried when I realized what was happening to me. And I expected it, but when it actually happens, it's a completely different story. I cried, and just thinking about being bald, and I think I can see it actually. I think I've been in denial because my hair really should be a little bit lower here, and it's very thin, very thin. And I was trying to pretend like maybe it was dirty or something like that, even though I bathe a lot. So I think that's really what I'm trying to come to grips with right now. And my husband has been really super supportive, and he assures me he loves me whether I'm bald or not, and that means a lot to me. But that doesn't make it Well, it does make it easier knowing that, he's there for me and that he supports me and that he's going to love me no matter what I look like. But just, it is, and it's an attack on your womanhood. It really is. Truly, this whole breast cancer thing is just, lose the breasts, lose the hair. Those are two of the things that really define me, I guess. And I'm sure a lot of women, feel the same way. They want to look pretty. They want to be sexy, attractive, regardless of your age. I really don't think. I thought, well, I'm older now and that's not going to bother me so much. But I really have to look back and say, I don't really think it matters how old you are. And I'm pushing 60 in a few months. I'll be 60 in December. But I don't feel 60. I feel 30. I feel like I feel young. My brain is the same. I'm still the same person. It's just my body is older, but I still feel the same way that I've always felt. So with that being said, I still feel like I'm an attractive, sexy woman, or at least I want to feel like I am. And so losing the hair is going to be a lot rougher than I thought. Now, I did buy wigs and I did buy some caps and things, very girly stuff. Like I said, I like frilly things and beaded things. I'm kind of like a hippie, free-spirited, kind of colorful, frilly kind of girl. So I did buy a lot of those things, but just the fact that I'm going to be at home a lot and in the heat with the summer, my granddaughter, she lives with us, she's 8. She's going to want to spend all her time out in the pool. So I will be outdoors a lot, and it's going to be too hot, to wear a hat or a wig, especially a wig, I think. Now I haven't experienced it yet, but I do remember on Halloween I wore a wig as part of my costume, and it was, cold out and I was sweating. My head was just felt really gross. So, I think that I'm not going to really be wearing them as much as I think I'm going to. Excuse me. I'm going in for my second chemo on Friday, and I'm really feeling very apprehensive about it. Just, they say that your chemo stacks, so the symptoms that I have now, and then it's going to stack on top of that, and so on and so on and so on. So my biggest fear is that each time that I do the chemo, that I'm going to feel like way worse than I did the time before. So I'm very, very scared about going, but of course I'm going to, whether I like it or not, because I want to get better. I did get my port in a few weeks ago. It's kind of gross because they glue it shut. They glue the incision shut, and it rubs against my shirt all the time, so it's always picking up fibers of my clothing, and I can't seem to wash it off no matter how hard I try without removing the glue, the surgical glue, because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to just let it fall off. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do. But this bump right here, that's my port for when they put my infusions in through there. They did use it last week when I got my weekly hydration treatment, and it really wasn't bad at all. But I guess the line runs up through and down into down to your heart, not into, but I think it cuts off right before the heart. So the medications all just get dumped in that way, as opposed to, going up through all your veins and whatnot. So we'll see if that changes anything as far as the chemo treatment itself, because my first treatment was in my vein down here, so I'm not quite sure if it's going to be any different. So anyways, I think that's about it as far as updates go, and my thoughts about, you know, what's to come and my feelings on what has happened. I think that later today I'm just going to get my shaver out and shave it closer to the skull and just get it over with and be done with it. A lot of women on some of the websites that I've, social groups that I'm on online, a lot of women say that their hair hurts, that their head hurts while their hair is falling out. Now, I don't really feel anything, but that could have a lot to do with the fact that I cut it really short first, so there's not all that weight pulling down on my scalp. But it doesn't hurt, it just sort of itches sometimes, and I'll just want to scratch it. It's just, it feels kind of like your skin is sort of crawling. So it doesn't hurt or anything, but I think I'm going to just shave it the rest of the way off. And then I will try and do another update after my chemo, because one thing that I did want to cover was gifting. If you have a family member or friend who is going through chemotherapy or any other kind of, well, especially chemotherapy, there's a lot of great gift ideas that you can give. My son and daughter put together a basket for me, and it was really awesome because everything that they put in that basket was something that I used already that has really helped me a lot. And I've also added some items that helped me as well that I'd like to kind of cover, so that if you want to give a gift basket to a family member or friend, you know, that you'll have some really good ideas on that. So that's what I think I'll talk about next. But I want to thank everybody for checking in and calling on me to see how I'm doing, etc. I'm sorry if I haven't gotten back to everyone, but that's kind of why I try to do these videos, you know, so that you all know what's going on and so forth. If you're, you know, a personal friend of mine or a, you know, distant family or whatever. And also for other people who, you know, want to stick around for this journey. Maybe you have loved ones, or maybe you're going through the same thing. You don't want to feel so alone. You know, I'm here for you. You could drop me a you know, an email or whatever, or a private message, drop a comment, whatever, you know, if you want to talk. I will do my best to get with you. So you all take care. Thanks so much. If you've liked this, click like and subscribe. That would really help me out as well. And thank you again. We'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.